Across the river from downtown Cincinnati, in Covington, Kentucky's main Strauss, and from the beautiful Village Sight Sound and Stage, it's Fret Buzz. Featuring Mike Reeder. William Gilmore Weber. And the lovely Mara Moon as the barista. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mike Reeder.
Hello and welcome to Fret Buzz. On today's episode, we're going to enjoy the songs of Rob Fetters, Aaron Coburn, Alice Peacock, and Casey Campbell. We're going to listen to these wonderful guitars brought to us by Mike's Music and enjoy some great coffee from Branch Hill Coffee Company. William, how was your weekend?
Weekend, pretty non-existent. I had to push my mom around in a wheelchair, and it was a race. Came in second. It was like a derby at her.
That's cool.
I wore a nice hat.
This is my co-host, William Weber, or Bill Weber, or what you called Buzzer at one point, too.
Buzzer, yeah.
Whatever alias he's going by this week.
Right, Buzzer, you know.
And we have the lovely Mara Moon as our barista. Mara, what do you have for us over there?
I have for your enjoyment today a Kona. It's from Branch Hill Coffee Company, and Kona is a Brazilian bean. It is grown in Hawaii. Typically, Kona is a blended coffee when you buy it. However, this is 100% pure, and it's very strong but delicious.
You haven't had enough yet, Bill.
Thank you very much. It is really good.
Yes.
Very much.
Yeah, no problem.
It is strong, too. I'm starting to really feel it.
Tastes like whiskey.
Is that good? I'm not sure.
Oh,
I don't really like whiskey. Actually. Aaron, what did you do this
Well,
week?
if you can't tell, I had prom last night, so I didn't have time to change.
That is awesome.
And now
Yeah.
I'm here, so basically prom and writing songs.
That's great. So you actually did write songs?
I did, yes. The time before I went to prom, I wrote a little bit.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
I was excited.
Was it about prom and all?
No.
So, Rob, were you at prom?
I didn't go to prom.
Oh. Well, you didn't get invited or what?
I had a kind of a bummer in my junior year with Kathy Harmeyer, and I didn't go to senior prom. So
Oh, man. Bring us all down.
I'm
Rob.
feeling pretty bad. I am grateful I wore a suit because I found myself sitting next to.
Actually, yeah. You
Beautiful
guys, actually, this whole side is underdressed.
Yeah,
At least this side.
I got a comment
these
on the fast times at Ridgemont High shoes.
Actually, all I did yesterday was just try on clothes. I called Alice a lot. It was, what are you going to wear? And
You didn't like the
How does this look, Alice? He's like texting Alice pictures of himself.
Yeah, we like to text each other photos of our.
Yeah, decide what you're going to wear. Well, it worked out well. You guys both
And
looked
for the
lovely.
record, I begged her to wear a Catwoman outfit.
Oh, man. Was that an option?
I don't have one. I do have a bumblebee costume,
Yeah.
but
Man, that has to happen at some point. So, Casey, were you on like the whole whiskey diet for the weekend?
No, not this week. Well, for the week I was. The weekend I try to, drink milk and water.
Yeah.
Usually that's reversed. You know.
Yeah, it's true, but it's a long week, man.
have you tried
Sometimes
putting the milk and the water together?
to make milk water.
Water,
No.
water milk?
No.
Milk and whiskey.
Really?
I don't know.
No.
So I bet everything sounds delicious to you at this point, Alice, right?
It kind of
2
does.
days fasting.
Well, yes, yeah, but after about 24 hours, you just the hunger goes away.
Is it a religious thing then?
Well, you could call it that. No, it's really more of a I don't know.
Spiritual deal, getting, cleansing.
Well, yes.
The next thing is you walk coals.
Then I what?
Walk coals.
Then I walk through fire.
That could be cool on the
That's
show.
this
That's a whole
afternoon.
episode right
That's
there,
right.
actually.
Yeah, that's this afternoon after this coffee.
So Fret Buzz is about a bunch of musicians that were out too late on a Sunday morning, drinking a bunch of coffee, probably haven't slept very much. So we encourage sunglasses if anybody wants to wear the sunglasses.
Good to know.
Yeah, and I brought some cool guitars with us today that we're going to try out and listen to. Each one of them is going to play a guitar, which they picked earlier. And what we have is a 1940 Gibson J35, a 1940 actually, I'm sorry, a 1954 D18, a Martin D18. And this guitar is a 1961 0018. And then we also have a 1963 J200. So Rob, what do you think about that guitar?
It gives me, sometimes with guitars, I just get this funny feeling inside me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I'll look at a Rickenbacker and I'll start thinking about how I felt when I saw George Harrison playing one.
You know, that's part of it, man. It really is. And, you know, I almost said to you guys when I brought these guitars in, actually really listen to them with your song and don't just like pick something because somebody you like played that guitar. Because that's a lot of it, you know. I mean, I'm drawn to say, like, you know, Pete Townsend played his guitars, so
And
how could you not want to play it? You know?
how could you not want to play a guitar that Pete Townsend played?
Yeah.
And,
Didn't you used to have his double neck?
No, I have one just like his, but not that one.
yeah. Jimmy Page played double necks, right?
Jimmy Page played a lot of J200. Those first two Led Zeppelin records were all J200s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the early stuff, yeah, man. All that acoustic stuff.
There we go.
There you go.
No, thank you, Jimmy. That's how I learned how to play that, like D. D with an F sharp bass. I just wrote a Jimmy Page bio. I read
You have a
constantly.
lot of, I have a stack of books by my bed that I'm planning to read.
I got some magazines
Who has
by
the
mine.
time?
Really, yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
So tell us about the song you're going to do, Rob.
The song I'm about to play. Well, our friend, some of our friends, we all know Brian Lovely.
We do.
Brian and I are friends. We've worked together. We've toured together. He's one of the best road buddies you could ever be on the road with. We played in a band backing up Adrian Belew on a tour, and I don't know. We've been friends forever. He's a fantastic guitar player, and he was at my studio, lying on his back with my Beagle on his stomach, licking his face.
You guys do some weird stuff.
Yeah, we do. Well, that's what we
Not
do.
a metaphor.
You were recording him?
We take our shirts off and wrestle a lot. Yeah. And occasionally we pick up guitars and play.
Pillow fights, right?
But he was talking about doing some home improvement stuff with power tools. And
Probably here. In the Village Sight, Sound, and Stage, right where we are.
yeah, and I just started getting a little nervous thinking about this fantastic musician playing with circular saws and things like that. We're always talking about like being almost famous and the things that we are. And I also thought the reason I've been doing this song here is because we're talking about guitars, and I actually have a song called "Play Your Guitar"
Oh,
on my album called
Your
Saint
song is mine.
Ain't.
what's the name of the album?
Saint Ain't.
Saint Ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
So anyways, I wrote this song, and I think it's PG. I was told to play a PG song.
Okay.
What chord is P?
It does have the word, it has the word piss in it.
Oh.
But I believe you can say
Hey,
piss
everyone
many
does it.
times. Yeah, yeah,
At least it doesn't have the other word.
yeah. Yeah.
Poop?
Whiz.
Oh, wait. And now it's too late.
And should I just play the
Sure.
play
Go
the
for it,
song?
man.
Okay.
Play your guitar.
I will.
There you go.
Will, Alice. Maybe that thing won't get you too far. Might never leave your house or take you out of the bars. When you were a kid, you thought you'd be a star. Well, it might happen yet for you and your guitar. Disappointed your dad and you broke your mom's heart. In so many ways, you don't know where to start. Your wife and your kid, well, you tore them up too. And when they threw you out, that left just one thing to do. Play your guitar. Play your guitar. Earth people don't understand. They'll try to screw up your plan. Somehow you still can believe. So you roll up your sleeve. like that and put your fingers right there. You can't do it wrong, cause the sound hits the air. And you stand up and shake it, or rock it in a chair. Play it like a feather, beat the wood bare. It opens up heaven, it's the right thing to do. When nothing else works, it'll carry you through. Don't take it from me, just see how it feels when the world fades away and leaves something real. Play your guitar, play your guitar.
I always thought those frets above the body were just to look at.
I almost made it up.
It's a whole nother instrument up there that we've not discovered yet.
Not a mandolin or something.
Yeah.
Ukulele.
So now that you've done it, what's your opinion?
Of the guitar?
Other than the tuning, yeah. Of the guitar, yeah.
Oh, it's just a wonderful guitar.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about your Strat. Your old 61 Strat. Whatever happened to that guitar, the white one?
Oh, well, the white one, actually, that was a 56, but I had a 63 neck on it. When I got that guitar, I had a 56 and a 63, and being young and stupid, and it also being the 70s, I didn't realize how valuable they would be. Crystal ball.
We can all say that.
So I'd take the neck off one and put it on the other.
Right.
So because I like the 63 neck better, actually.
Well, there's a saying among guitar dealers that there's more vintage guitars made at the Dallas Guitar Show than at a Fender. So it's happened many times.
Yeah.
But
that
both
guitar
guitars
was stolen. Yeah, all my
really?
my early bunch of vintage guitars were stolen. In fact,
Out of a
town?
car?
actually we I
Look for it.
was playing in Psycho Dots in Louisville, Kentucky, and we played a gig. And I don't know why we didn't drive home that night. Maybe because we finished at like 3 a.m.
Serial numbers, you never found it again, or they never.
None of that stuff ever showed up again. And it's funny, I got to say about getting stuff. It's kind of a spiritual event to get your stuff just ripped off. And as time went on, the thing that annoyed me the most was that they stole my little toolkit, and I just had these little screwdrivers and things that just would get in there to do the intonation, the right thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of thought you were talking like Sonic Youth. You put him in the string.
Yeah. No.
Did they get the balloon?
Yeah, that's where balloons come in my story.
They take your suspenders.
Rob plays a solo with a balloon, if nobody knows. An amazing solo.
Solo with a balloon.
Tell us about your house parties and what you got coming up.
House concerts.
Yeah.
I'll play anywhere. I just have. I had a couple of friends that said I had to do house concerts, and I was absolutely terrified of doing it. I hit a point with acoustic guitar guitars and just doing what we're doing here, where I'm just not that good at it.
There's nowhere to hide,
I can do
too.
I can do a half
Right.
a dozen songs, or maybe a dozen songs that way. But then
There's no
I
distortion
like
box
to play
to
a
hide.
Stratocaster and
Yeah.
and crank it up. And I also like to play the studio. What I'm getting at is that I like tracks. I like to play with tracks, and we got to a point where I've got a friend that designed this thing, so I can put like really high res files on my iPhone, and that goes to a little Bose PA, and it sounds really good. So
it's like playing with a band, but it's just you.
yeah, and what it really is like. To me, it's like I'm bringing a studio into people's living rooms.
All on your phone.
On my phone, but I play live. I mean, I sing out of tune and play out of tune and make mistakes and all that stuff, so it's real. And
You ever get a call though?
Do you ever put like a statue of Bob up there, just so you?
yeah, but for instance, like Bob, our bass player,
Yeah.
Bad Bob, the notorious Bad Bob, he plays on some tracks, and they have different drummers, and
Oh, that's cool.
Man, that's wild.
I've got a member or two from King Crimson that pop into my performance too.
How would people get a hold of you if they wanted to do a house concert?
It's funny you ask, because people often say it's hard to get a hold of me, but I actually have a website with my phone number on.
Okay.
Is it the phonenumber.com?
Actually, it's kind of an IQ
The whole
test.
website.
Yeah.
When people, when
Leave a message.
I'll get a message from someone that says, man, how do I get a hold of you? And I just like, go to robfetters.com. There's my phone number.
Yes, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that, robfetters.com.
And an email, and I answer. I'll talk to anybody. I've got some wonderful schizophrenic fans that's just scary as hell. And
Is it cool to
They're
call?
sitting right here.
Yeah, cool to call at any time,
Yeah.
like 3
In
a.m.
fact, I'm just going to say my best fans are bipolar. And so,
Hey Rob, man, I think you're great.
yeah, they get real busy and write
After last call.
5-page emails. And those,
Yeah, exactly.
those are my peeps, and we work it out. We work it out.
So, Aaron, what guitar have you picked today? Do you remember?
I have picked the Martin, and I don't remember what year it was.
It is a 1954.
Oh, dang.
It's a
All right.
D18, and actually, honestly, I must say, amongst these guitars, it's one of my favorite ones.
I picked this one up, and I was like, it feels great. And I have a Martin at home, so I was like, it's
I'm actually
familiar.
usually a Gibson guy, but there's something really magical about that one.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, it's not the most expensive one I've ever had, or like from the greatest time period of Martin guitars, but I think it
Feels
sounds great.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Feels good sound.
So obviously, you just came in from the prom.
Yes, I do not have time to change, so I am stuck in my prom dress.
That's
Literally.
Did
Well,
you
it's-
sleep in it?
Yes.
Well done.
We need more coffee, Mara, when you get time.
Walking
It's
in
not wrinkled or
hard
anything?
Oh, it's got mud on the bottom of it because we
Oh.
went to a party after, so yeah.
awesome.
Mud party,
Mud,
I remember those days.
Pretty
Barely
Times.
remember those days.
mud wrestling.
yeah. We live in Kentucky, so
Yeah?
it's the only way to have fun.
Is that what the song is about?
No. The song is about, actually, in his song he said, break the boys' hearts. So this song is about basically breaking the boy's heart.
Well, I will say I've been
Good
there
for
too.
you.
Figures.
Yeah, fist bump on it.
As only a woman can sing.
That's good. Thank you. Always get left out, aren't you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't give her any. She's drinking decaf.
Oh my gosh. I might speed the song up.
Yeah.
Why is it so fast?
She's got to.
Did you want any, Alice?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is about breaking boys' hearts. You were saying.
Yes, the song's called Friend Zone, and it's actually on my third album that will be coming out in July, mid-July or something.
Entitled.
It's called, oh my gosh, Out From Under. Sorry. Thinking of all the other albums. Alright, Friend Zone. Welcome to the Friend Zone. Do not call me dude, I do not belong in the friend zone. This disrespect is quite rude. I am not your personal hope. I tried to say, no, 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 no. Leaving no choice to introduce you to the friend zone. Welcome to the friend zone. right head. You could be a man, but you act like a dumb boy instead. I don't feel the same, no. I'm not yours to claim, no. You're not listening, no. You're not listening. Oh, I tried and I tried and I tried to say no, 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 no. No choice to introduce us to the friend zone. Welcome to the friend zone. This is your debut. You can play the stupid games. I can push you far away. Welcome to the friend zone. This is your new home. You can play the stupid games. I can push you far, far away. Far, far away. You give me many reasons to push you so far away. You show me no respect. Why should I give you the time of day? I tried and I tried and I tried to say no, 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 no. Leave me no choice to introduce us to the friend zone. Welcome to the friend zone. This is your new home. You can play the stupid games. I can push you far away. Welcome to the friend zone. This is your new home. You can play the stupid games. I can push you far, far away. Welcome to the friend zone. This is your new home. You can play the stupid games. I can push you far away. Welcome to the friend zone. This is your new home. You can play the stupid games. I can push you far away. Welcome to the friend zone.
Yeah.
Just sing that to your prom date.
I have sang it to others though.
Hilarious.
That was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, really enjoyed that.
I actually played that song up at a festival. When I first wrote it, I played at a festival called Bliss Fest up in Michigan. And I played it, and there were a bunch of college students there. And they were chanting, friend zone, at the very end. So I felt like I gave them an anthem if they really needed me.
There you go.
They're all looking at each other.
All girls, I assume.
Use that.
Someone's gonna see this and they're gonna go, "That's the girl who wrote."
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, but it's fun.
So, what's the name of the album again? We can hear that on?
Out From Under.
And we can find that where?
You'll be able to find it on iTunes, Spotify, pretty much any streaming service, and then also live shows, of course.
And we all have Facebook pages. Make sure you go out and support all the artists.
Yes.
Yep.
Facebook,
And-
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And find Fret Buzz and support that and share it. That was really awesome. What did you think about the guitar for that one?
It felt great. Like I said, it feels so like my Martin at home kind of feels tight, I guess, in a way. But this just feels really loose and it's just easy to play.
It stayed in tune.
Yeah,
Yes.
It sounded great too. It had a nice, clear, crisp tone.
Rob is envious.
Can I do mine over?
On one hand, I'm hurting because I didn't play that guitar, but on the other, I'm really relieved that that song isn't about me. I feel sorry for that guy. I don't-
It's been a
maybe
couple.
we should-
Or all of them.
So, Aaron,
Yes.
what shows you got coming up?
I actually will be at Buddy Guy's. I don't remember the exact date, but I think it's next weekend. So all of my shows are posted on my website, aaroncoburnmusic.com. And I play all over. From
Yeah,
Chicago to
and-
Mississippi.
Yeah.
I kept picturing that song when you were playing it like with a full band. You know, I'm a bass player sometimes, so I was like, oh man, it'd be fun to play bass on.
It's
Yeah.
a blast to play with my band members.
So I'm sure that originally, when you play it out, it's like a full band.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's normally a power trio.
Well, it
Oh,
works this
I
way
was
too.
about to
Now
ask
you
that.
know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever done it just acoustic like that before?
When I wrote it, I did it like
Yeah.
acoustically, or I did it on my electric guitar by myself. But
Yeah.
no, I mean not.
So you don't play the uke with the whammy bar on that song?
Oh no, that's actually not on that song. But I do a version of All Along the Watchtower and The Thrill Is Gone together. So I do that on my ukulele. So.
With a whammy.
With
With
a
the
whammy.
whammy bar, yes. Custom
Does it stay in tune?
Joiner
Rob wants to know,
instruments.
does that stay in tune? So, Alice, you have
Yes.
picked the Martin Triple L.
Yes, I have.
Why?
I grew up. My mom had a 1950s Martin folk guitar, so I liken it to when you grow up using a certain kind of toothpaste, and so that becomes your preference. I'm just a Martin girl, and I'm a Martin endorser too, so it feels. Plus, I can't.
Nice.
I love all guitars, but the Martin feels the easiest.
Yeah.
Cool.
That guitar came from the original owner. She brought it in. It was one of those things where she bought it, hardly played it, brought it in, and it was stuck to the bottom of the case. There was this. Show the back of it. There's like what we call like you know,
Residue.
rash or something from this.
wow.
That was from a strap that it was laying on,
Yeah.
and it's the finish had actually kind of stuck to it from just being in the case so long. And when I first got the guitar, Eric Johnson got it from me for a while and used it for a while, and Eric set it up, and I think it's just a really good sounding guitar.
It's sweet. Yeah, it has great tone.
And it looks good on you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think it's like that's a perfect size for a lady. Really,
Yeah.
I might need
seriously.
another guitar.
Yeah.
Wish list.
And what is the song you're gonna play?
This is a song called Love, which is a wide, encompassing subject. But
Never heard
love's
of it.
gonna bring you down. It's gonna swing you around. It's just, yeah.
Toe tapper?
It could be a toe tapper, sure.
I noticed she didn't invite us to play like Rob did. Must be really hard.
You are welcome to play along.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It's just funny because-
I didn't dare jump in on Rob's song.
I know Rob's like, play it super easy. It's like this. Like start shredding,
Yeah, I don't even
It
know.
would have been out of tune with his, though, because it would have been in tune.
Right. Yeah. No, you're welcome to play along if you'd like. So.
I was just joking. I wanted to throw in there that Rob invited us to play. I just wanted to let everybody know that.
Perfect. I wrote this song with a guy named John Baxter, who was.
I thought she was just going to say, actually, I wrote this song about Rob.
All right.
Love's gonna get you down, gonna pick you up, gonna swing you around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great. Yeah. Really good. Very good.
Thank you. You wrote. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's
So
probably
good.
the smallest audience you guys have ever played to. Probably.
Not me.
Not even slightly.
By my standards, that's big.
What album is that on?
That's on the Who I Am record.
On Who I Am, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great record.
Thank you.
Now, you guys work together. Right?
Yeah, they're
We
doing
just-
something now.
We just cut a track together a couple weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. So there's talk
Yes,
we may
I
work
learned
together
so
more.
much about Alice really fast. Number one, she's an excellent guitar player,
Mm-hmm.
and her timing is shocking.
Wow.
And
Wow.
her pitch is shocking, and basically her songwriting is shockingly great. And I hate her. I hate her for all her perfections,
I
you
can,
know.
I can see one. That
As
was,
I had to inform her, unfortunately for all of us, she's not very good looking.
But nice pants.
God is bad.
Thank you.
best pants.
Oh, I
So
feel the
Who I
same way
Am,
about
that
your
was,
stuff.
the producer was
Andrew Williams.
Andrew Williams.
Who's Andy Williams' nephew? Fun fact.
Really?
Andy Williams, like most wonderful time of the year. Andy
Yes,
Yeah.
Andy Williams.
Oh, wow.
Jay Belrose played drums. We did a 12-piece string section at Capitol Records,
Yeah.
which was
Oh,
it's a
wow.
beautiful record. I mean, it was beautiful. It was really fun to make, and to hear your songs with string arrangements on them is a magical experience. I mean, I just would sit in the sound booth and weep.
Capital in
when I was
LA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al Schmidt's working down the hall, like, you know, just
Yeah, I used to
pretty
live close to there.
legendary
That's
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
But you're originally from Nashville, right?
No, I'm originally from Minnesota, don't you know?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But we lived in Nashville for about 10 years.
Okay.
So
And this is your 7th album you're doing now?
this is my 7th. Yeah, so I have a new record. It's coming out this fall called Minnesota. And yeah, just finished recording that. And
Are all the
worked on-
songs like mostly kind of Americana acoustic based? Do you have full band arrangements on there? Or?
This new record was pretty organic. I mean, it has a full band, but it's basically it's Emmylou Harris's band, the Red Dirt Boys. So my friend Phil Madera.
You get out of the
produced it.
house pretty much.
And Will
don't you?
Kimbrough. And so we cut everything live, maybe a little too live to my satisfaction, in that we do 2 takes and the band would say, oh, well, that didn't make me mad, and then we'd move on to the next song.
I
So
like that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Keep it organic that
It-
way.
Yeah.
it has that vibe for sure. As
Yeah.
a singer, there's a part of me that's like, oh, I could have taken another take with that one, but there really wasn't. We didn't overdub really
Keep it
anything
fresh.
other than it's fresh.
So you mean you
But-
actually literally used the scratch vocals? Like
I
the
did
first
the
couple times?
vocals that I was singing
Yeah.
while playing. Yes.
Wow, that's great.
So it requires a certain amount of surrender
Yeah.
to not have to now talking about studio stuff. I love being in the studio, and I actually really love crafting something and making it sound it's a fine line between, was this a performance or I don't know, there's something to be said for both, because
Do you ever
I
write
appreciate
in the
both.
studio? Like, go ahead.
Well, I mean, who has the money? But yeah, I would
Yeah,
love to.
you get
I hear
paid
these
at least-
stories about bands
Well,
going
yeah,
and
yeah.
going, yeah, and then we booked the
Capital
studio
West.
for a month, and we wrote us, we were,
Those days are gone.
But wouldn't that be cool?
Well, Alice could write in my studio, and my wife and I'll just make her lunch.
Yeah.
To her,
There you go.
open
You
the
do
door,
feed
get
me
it in.
well,
and
You like
close the
bologna?
door. Yeah, no charge.
They're
Just write
excellent
those
cooks.
songs.
Yeah,
She likes her sandwiches and,
Triangles.
button- Yeah.
crusts cut off.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
Right.
crust.
Exactly.
So I know you have a gig May 12th, which
May 11th.
Maybe too late already
here,
when this comes out,
Southgate
but-
House, and then but I'll be back in Cincinnati in the fall. So
Okay.
We'll do something.
So you don't
again.
live here? I thought you lived here.
No, I do live here.
Okay.
But I
Just
go
never
away.
home.
No, I go away for the summer. My husband runs 2 wilderness canoeing camps up on the Minnesota-Canadian border.
Wow.
So we
awesome.
we go and spend our summers at summer camp, which is pretty great.
That's
So
pretty
I
cool.
go from this to writing songs. I teach songwriting at the girls' camp, and we write songs about spiders and sailing and
Bears.
friendship, bears. We've yet to write
The
a
friend zone. Do you
S'mores.
do you write friend zone
Wow.
songs?
I mean, yeah.
Teach them early.
No, it's the friend zone girls. Yeah.
Well, that's really cool to get them started writing early. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Well,
Which I had
that's
that.
powerful.
yeah, and not everybody plays an instrument, but everybody has the ability to participate, and as far as the lyrics, I just think it's such an incredible creative outlet. I mean, thank God for music, because
Absolutely.
without it, I would have been in the nut house.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I think
you know,
basically you end up like us, you know.
I'd probably be selling vintage guitars.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, the girls love it, and it's fun to be able to break it down and just say, okay, here we're gonna write a song. We've got an hour. We've got an hour and a half. Like, let's just crank out a song about s'mores. And we need our verse, we need our chorus, we need something.
S'mores?
We need
So s'mores, if you need a
Inspiration.
representative, she has a song that
I
she's
have
happy to sell.
It's a great song about
Yeah.
s'mores. I might play it.
There you go. Pitch it to him. Oreo.
Yeah, I know. There's or Oreo
Hershey.
or Hershey or
Yeah.
or Keebler.
Rob's got
right?
connections.
The
Graham crackers, yeah.
You've got connections.
You got a graham cracker guy?
I don't have it.
You want a graham
I
cracker?
gotta know somebody at work.
Yeah. Who makes the marshmallows? Kraft.
Vegan marshmallows. They're called dandies.
Oh, really? Are you vegan, Mara?
Not currently. I used to be.
I used to use Peeps and just like.
You just like smash them. You see what they look like when they're smashed. So,
Or me when I'm.
so Alice, where can people get your music?
AlicePeacock.com and iTunes and CD Baby and Amazon and the places.
Okay.
Where
And I'm sure you have
kids
all
get
the-
their music. I don't know.
You have all the social media. Do you have the website?
I do. It's AlicePeacock.com.
Okay.
And the Facebook. Oh yeah, and the
Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay.
It's all there.
So Casey, I saved you for last.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or not.
Save
I'm
the
not
best.
quite sure how
The
that-
best for last.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
It's a lot of pressure.
Especially in a
That's
guitar,
pressure.
Especially in a guitar circle. I play guitar just so I can sing. All these guys play guitar because they're good at it.
And you know what? You are a
Thank you,
trooper.
miss.
Casey is left-handed. He agreed to play an upside-down guitar for us.
Yep.
And did you tune it open?
Yeah, this is down an open D, so I can get around a little easier on that than
That's cool.
standard. If I were sitting here with a standard guitar, I'd be playing a one-note song for you. It'd be
Cool.
I do that. That's
Eat.
my career.
And I'd ask you why you picked that guitar, but I know why, because these guys got here before you and they
well.
took all the other ones.
I tell you though, I love the sound of this thing. It's huge,
Yeah.
big, kind of low. I like that low end sound. And being left-handed, I don't get to play vintage guitar. I mean, you guys know. I mean, left-handed guitars. Well, maybe you don't know, but left-handed guitars are very, very few and far between, especially in the vintage world. So
Yeah.
I love the sound of this thing. It's got that great low end to it.
It's not boomy or boxy. It's
No, it's
Yeah.
pretty it's boomy.
well, I
and,
mean, like
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty typical
Well,
Gibson warm sound.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
real warm.
dark and barky. Is
Yeah.
what it is.
Dark and barky. I like that.
Yeah.
That's
like
my
a
new
tree.
band name.
That's right.
Dark and Barky, that's a punk band, isn't it?
It's a comedy team.
They're-
That is a 1940 J35.
1940.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it has a fire stripe guard on it and a tapered headstock. And that guitar
Sweet.
becomes the J45 eventually
Okay.
in the 40s.
Did they do anything different between 35 and 45? I mean,
Well,
or
the
did
structure changes
It's
a
10
lot
beta.
of years. There's a lot of different things like how many tone bars they have,
Okay,
and all
all right.
stuff that'll bore everyone else.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's one of my favorite models Gibson made,
Really?
and I particularly like pre-40s Gibsons.
Oh, right on.
So cool,
So, yeah, I mean, it's still at the tail end of the Great
Oh, yeah.
Depression.
right?
Cool.
That was a luxurious item.
What are you playing us?
I'm gonna do a song called Colorado Cloud. This is a song off my last solo album. It's a co-write between me and a good buddy of mine, Stephen Williams, from back in Alabama, Jacksonville, Alabama, who now lives in Cincinnati, actually. So, funny enough, two Alabama boys ended up in Cincinnati about 10 years apart. So, and we wrote this song in 2011, before Colorado legalized. Although you may not know it from the lyrics, but it was before that happened. This is a sweet little love song. It sounds like a sweet love song, but in actuality, we were waiting on a check in the mail for a job that we had done, and we had been waiting for about 4 or 5 weeks for a very important check. And so we wrote the first line. Sometimes I walk to the mail 3 times a day, waiting on a letter from you. And then we made it into a love song, kind of a bittersweet thing. But it's actually because we were really broke and waiting on a check. So
I gotcha.
Boy, everybody here can relate to
I think so. Yeah, that's a relatable story. I think so.
Starving artist.
Sometimes I walk to the mail 3 times a day, waiting on a letter from you. What can I do or say? Sometimes I answer the phone, strange numbers call, with my fingers crossed, hoping to hear your voice say, hey. I've been walking upstairs, but it's bringing me down, and the higher I get, the bottom can't be found. Colorado cloud carried me back to you, and then the rain fell down, and I fell too. Sometimes I hear your voice, it's singing in my head, and it's a little off key, but that don't matter to me. Sometimes I see your face, it's on a crowded street, my heart it skips a day, and my knees go weak. I've been walking upstairs, but it's bringing me down, and the higher I get, that is, bottom can't be found. Colorado cloud, it carried me back to you, and then the rain fell down, and I fell too. Colorado cloud, it carried me back to you, and then the rain fell down, and I fell too.
Yeah.
First time, upside down, up and tune.
Yeah.
Great,
man.
No. No, it will not. Unless I ever have the fortune of getting a guitar like this, in which case I'd learn how to play it however. So.
You did just fine.
That was really, really
Thank you
good.
very much.
Really
That's
cool.
fun.
Sweet.
Thank you.
So, where do we hear that song at?
You can hear that.
Besides the,
All the-
obviously, Fret Buzz.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just
Well, that
rewind.
version is Fret Buzz exclusive.
All right.
But, you can hear the album version, Apple, Spotify, all the usual spots. Casey Campbell, the album's called Care of General Delivery. And live shows as well. Like you said, Casey Campbell Music, all one word.com.
Yeah, and I know you got 2 bands now, at least, right?
I do, yep.
You
Yep.
have the Buffalo Wobbs, right?
That's it, Buffalo Wobbs and the Price Hill Hustle. Everybody always says, oh, that's such a mouthful. And I said, just remember Price Hill Hustle, and that'll get you where you need to go.
Do you live in Price Hill or?
Blast.
Well, I'm originally from Alabama. I
Right.
was born and raised in Alabama. I moved up here about 15 years ago. And when I first got up here, I got introduced to a bunch of West Siders, and they were my first, like, Cincinnati people. That I
You
got to know.
stayed?
And I stayed. I tell you.
Very
But
cool.
everything I'm doing is because of those guys, and we used to all hang out at the Crow's Nest and spend way too much time and way too many hours.
I know the Crow's Nest. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm from West Side.
And so we'd go to the Crow's Nest for open mic, and that's kind of where the Price Hill Hustle started. Me and the lead guitarist there. I actually played drums in that band and sing, and then I front my own band, and that's what I've been doing a little more the last few weeks, just under my name, Casey Campbell. So.
And you have websites for both bands?
Yep, PriceHillHustle.com, CaseyCampbellMusic.com, and that'll get you everywhere. So I play saxophone too. If anybody's looking for horn players, let me know.
That's good to know.
You're doing
You know,
both at the same time.
With your original project, you're playing guitar mainly on that?
Yep. I front it with playing guitar, and I play a solid rhythm guitar, and then I surround myself by guys who really know what they're doing as far as the soloing goes.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you have gigs coming up?
Yeah. We've got several festivals coming through the summer. The Hustle actually has the privilege of playing the Over the Rhines Festival, Nowhere Else Fest. We're going to be there this year. Then heading out to West Virginia and Michigan for some shows, and then I also helped put on the Whispering Beard Folk Festival here in Cincinnati. I'm the MC and one of the directors for that.
You gotta keep the beard then.
Yep, yeah.
Can't
It's
forget.
kind of locked in, at this point. But
And luckily, my band Chalk.
I was about to say, yeah, we got
I
Chalk
grew a
Eye
beard
this year.
just so I could play. That's how I got in.
Are the headliners ZZ Top or?
No ZZ Top this year. Although we were really happy. We've got Ryan Bingham coming in. We've got M Ward as our Friday night headliner, and then a bunch of great national and regional and local acts. And so this will be our 12th year, our first year in Cincinnati. We've actually moved it from Indiana to the Riverbank in Cincinnati. So we're really excited about this
big
year.
city.
That's right.
So you're at the park right underneath.
Yeah, Smale Park right there by the Roebling Bridge. So it'll be a really great time at the end of August.
And how many stages will it be?
2 stage. Well, technically 3 stages, but 2 main stages. We keep our stages side by side, and then we work with a really great production company that keeps us at about 10 to 12 minute turnovers, and so the music never really stops right in front of you. So, whereas some of the larger festivals, you got to get up, move here, move there, move everywhere. At the Beard, we like to set you down, and then all you got to do is just sort of pivot yourself.
Yeah, you use
And
Mind
you're-
Ignition, right?
Yeah, yep.
Great
Mind
guys,
Ignition
good friends of
and-
mine.
No
oh,
puppet
man.
show or?
Well,
We're
actually,
going to do puppet show.
we will have a
Really?
puppet
Yeah.
show, surprisingly enough. We'll have a great kid village, and we've got a bunch of art installations going on. And
There
we're
you
gonna
go.
Have
Wow.
We'll have a wiffle ball field down there for wiffle ball games, and no betting, by the way. But yeah, so big year, man. We've been keeping busy, and like I said, the move for the festival into Cincinnati, we're really excited about that.
All right, well, it's the end of the show. I am thoroughly buzzing. Look at this.
All right,
I mean, this is a lot of coffee.
it's good.
This Kona was great. Thanks to Mara.
Yeah, thank you.
And Branch Hill Coffee Company.
Yeah.
Mike's Music brought the guitars. And I'd like to thank our guests for coming and playing their music. We all enjoyed it. It was wonderful.
Thanks, man.
Next week we have Rob McNerlin, Dusty Bryant, Kelly Ritchie, and
Chuck Cleaver, who I'm gonna try to get to come in his prom dress.
that's,
Nice.
yeah. He might be at Whispering Beard, though.
He might,
Yeah.
he might be.
I don't know.
That
His
beer
doesn't
definitely
whisper.
So make sure you support Fretbuzz. Make sure you go out and subscribe to the Village YouTube page. Go to our Facebook pages. Support all the bands and the artists that were on the show. And thank you for joining us.
People don't understand. They'll try to screw up your plan. Somehow you still can believe. So you roll up your sleeve.
Welcome to the friend zone. This is your new home. You can play the stupid games. I can push you far away. Welcome to the friend zone. This is your new home. You can play the stupid games. I can push you far, far away. 'Cause love's gonna bring you down. Gonna bring you down. Gonna bring you down.
I've been walking upstairs, but it's bringing me down. And the higher I get, the bottom can't be found. Colorado cloud carried me back to you, and then the rain fell down.